Earlier, whenever I had a trigger of pain, it was so natural for me to get into the negative thought process. There have been all kinds of negative thoughts that I have had that are possible to be imagined. Right from, feeling depressed about my pain, angry, not feeling why I'm living this life anymore, just literally every single thought has crossed my brain. And it is but natural for us to happen. You cannot expect a person who is in pain, who can't even move an inch, that's where I was, to feel happy about the situation. But the brain doesn't function that way. Our brain is much more interesting. The more you understand about the nature of pain, the connection of between mind and body, the more you will see the importance of replacing your negative thoughts with positive thoughts. The reason why we instantly respond to pain with negative thinking is because our brain is made that way. It is made for survival. It is not made for getting you out of pain. That is going to be your effort. So it's trying, our brain is just trying its best to save you and protect you in every possible way. So it's just how it is. However, what happens is, when you have negative thinking towards your pain, it feeds into the fear, and the fear feeds into the pain, and इसलिए हम उस चक्रव्यूह में फंस जाते हैं and we are not able to get out of it. So what happens when you replace the negative thoughts with positive thoughts? What I started doing is I started to think of what are the different things that I can think about my pain. One was, this is something which I have gone through so many times before, and even this time I'll be good. I start thinking there's nothing structurally really wrong with my body. Maybe the pain is here to teach me something. Maybe I'm not in the right state of mind. Maybe I'm anxious. Maybe I'm worried. I used to think that now I'm like empowered with so many tools, and I have used them and I've come out of pain. So this time also I'll use them and I'll come out of pain. So I would keep reminding myself that if I have fear, it's just going to get worse. So, let me be, it's just there. I would just think about different messages. And by the way, if some positive message worked for me one time, it may not work the next time. So I would keep getting creative with my positive messages and positive thinking from the brain. And the way that it works is quite simple. The more you respond to your pain with positive thoughts, the more it cuts the pain fear cycle, and that is how the fear is not perpetuating and the pain is also not perpetuating. So finally, the aim and the goal of all the mind body techniques is to remove and cut the pain fear cycle, and the more and more we use different ways to do that, it will help us getting out of pain eventually. But the way to look at it is to not really that I want to get out of pain, but to really look at it as that I want to get out of the fear of pain. That is what will eventually, getting out of pain is just a byproduct, but where the conscious effort is required is getting out of the fear of the pain. So try next time whenever you have a trigger of pain, that rather than responding it, like you'll of course respond it with negative thinking because that's how naturally we are designed, but when you immediately catch yourself whenever there is negative thoughts, replace that with a positive thought and see the magic, and let me know in the comments if you are able to see that magic.